Yo, what up? It's your boy BigDonSkillz bringing you another video today. And there is an interesting article actually from Kotaku. It just asks the simple question of what's your least favorite console that you've ever owned? And I had to think about it because growing up, I did have quite a few consoles. Between me and my brother, we shared a lot of consoles. And there was stuff that got a lot of attention, and then there was stuff that was kind of just put on like the wayside. It just kind of got banished to the shadow realm, I feel like. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, what consoles did I not like, or did I just not really use? And I actually have two that come to mind initially. Growing up, I loved everything. I loved my PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo was a GOAT console. I was a Game Boy guy, everything, man. I played everything. But the first one that comes to my mind, and a lot of people didn't say this surprisingly, has to be the first Xbox. The very, very first Xbox. Now, like, you had PS2 that was dominating. It completely killed the Dreamcast when the Dreamcast was an amazing console on its own. And then Xbox comes into play, and it's a cool concept. It's really cool looking. It's got the Duke controller. The graphics are great on it as well. Xbox actually was very, very powerful, and even now a lot of those Xbox games hold up. If you've seen Ninja Gaiden and some of those other games, they still look amazing now. So the Xbox, we just didn't play it. There was just not a very good catalog of Xbox games. And you may be talking about Fusion Frenzy, but the only game I can think about off the top of my head is Jet Set Radio Future. One of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Probably a top 10 game for me too, right there edging the top 10 of my favorite games. But dog, like, there was nothing on the Xbox, man. There was just... We didn't play Splinter Cell. We just didn't really play any of those other Xbox, quote unquote exclusives. It just wasn't really anything pulling you in. The PlayStation was great at the time. You had Kingdom Hearts. People were playing Kingdom Hearts for the first time. PlayStation had Devil May Cry, even early Monster Hunter, Onimusha, Metal Gear Solid. Like, you just couldn't touch PS2's library. And then even with GameCube had Nintendo games. Nintendo always has the luxury of having Nintendo games, even if their consoles may not be the best, which is actually what I'm about to transition to next for my second console. My second console has to be the Wii U. The Wii. Okay, so let me stop. The Wii U was meh. Like, it was not a good console. It should have never existed, first of all. The Wii U was just a prototype to the Switch. And they're like, well, we can at least just use the same software as the Wii and call it a day and say it's better. But you had this clunky big controller which played like the Game Gear. It reminded me of an oversized Game Gear, to be honest with you. And it was weird because it was big, but it felt really light. But I will say though, this is kind of a hot take. I do think when it came to playing Smash, I like playing Smash Brothers better on the freaking tablet than I like playing on the controller. It has the buttons and the feel of the analog sticks are actually really underrated on that tablet. But games-wise, Wii U everything that came out on the Wii U should have just been on the Wii. Or the Switch, for that matter. It was a very bad and horribly marketed console, too. Like, the problem with the Wii U was the fact that... like, I've talked about this before. Parents are one of your biggest consumers, especially during the holiday seasons, right? Because a lot of people are buying stuff for the kids. A lot of parents know Nintendo, they know Mario, they know it's like a trustworthy console, right? They have parental control over their kids and their games. The Wii U, even me as someone who keeps up with gaming, I remember being a little bit confused on what the Wii U actually was. I'm like, well, is it a new console? Like, is it backward compatible with Wii games? Like, is it an upgrade? Do I need to buy it? Do you use the nunchuck? What's the official controller for? Like, it didn't even have like a true official controller because you already had the nunchuck, you already had the classic controller, you already had the GameCube controller, and you could only, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could only use one of those tablets per console. And it's not like you're bringing your tablet over to your homie's house just to play whatever you were playing. So it was just a console that had a cool gimmick, but it wasn't a gimmick worth an entirely new console, when especially the Wii completely came through and changed the game. The Wii said, listen, we don't care about graphics, we care about fun. And that's why the Wii was great for what it was. It was underpowered, but it had a cool gimmick to it. And that's why the PlayStation Move and the Kinect exist, because of how influential the Wii was with what it did. So Wii U didn't add anything new. Only game I played was Smash Brothers. Like, to this day, the only games I have on my Wii U are Smash Brothers, like some old retro games. So like I think I bought like Mario Kart 64 and Super Mario World in the store. And then I bought Bayonetta when I bought my Wii U along with Smash Brothers, and I just never played it. Like, I know Bayonetta 2 is a great game. I love the first one, but I just never played it. And then I'll give you Super Mario 3D Land or 3D World, whatever one it was. Those were great games. It had good games, but the console itself was gulag. I'm sorry. It's Xbox and Wii U are my two consoles that have to go into the gulag. It's really that simple. So, with that being said, I know I've talked enough already. I want to hear what you guys have. What are the console or consoles that growing up you just kind of like didn't really care about? They just got ignored and sent to the gulag somewhere. But that's all I really got for today. Just wanted to pop up something real quick. I thought it was a nice question from Kotaku. So, but if you enjoyed the video, you already know what to do. Go ahead and drop a like. Say, what up, Big Don? Go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Once again, doing daily uploads. And if you have suggestions, hit me up, man. My social medias are down below. Also stream on twitch.tv/BigDonSkillz, so you don't want to miss it. So once again, you have a good rest of y'all day. And I will see y'all on the flip side. And guess what? Deuces.